Good morning, student. Today we'll discuss the concept, types and importance and process of planning. Planning is very important part of the management. Okay. So concept of planning, the term planning involves deciding the future course of the action in advance. Okay. So future course of action means whatever happening in future, what actions we have to do in futures, that will be the term planning involves the deciding the future course of action in advance. So what we are going to do tomorrow, that we have to plan today. That is the concept of planning. Okay. So the manager has to plan what is to be done and where, how and by whom. Okay. So the manager has to plan what is to be done, where, how and by whom. Planning is a formal process. Okay. Where by the managers choose goals, identify actions to attain those goals, allocate responsibilities for implementing the specific activities, specific individuals or unit measure the success of action by comparing the actual results against the goals and revise plan accordingly. So the planning is a formal process, and this is generally happens in the formal organization only, where the everything is taking place as per the rules and regulation of the organization. So the planning is also the formal process. It is not informal process. You have to keep this in mind that planning is a formal process where thereby managers choose goals. We have to choose goals, identify the actions to attain those goals. Once you choose the goals, and your goals should be big enough. Your goals should be always big, and in order to fulfill that goals, we always work hard to attain that goals. So when you attain that goals, you should not have your doubt in your mind that what you have decided the very small goals. So that is not also be in the case of the life also. So your goal should be very big, and we have to also identify the actions to attain that goals. Okay, if your goal is big, then we have to take the very big actions to attain that goals, and in doing so you will get the skills, you will get the knowledge and experience. So allocate responsibility for implementing actions to specific individuals or units. So we have to allocate the responsibilities for implementing the actions to the specific individuals or unit. Measure the success of actions by comparing the actual results against the goals. So what are the measures you are taking for the success of actions by comparing the actual results against the goals? And we have to also see whether your plan is going to successful or not. If not, then we have to also revise the plan accordingly. Okay, we have to compare the actual results. What should be the actual results and what results you are getting? That results we have to compare with the actual results. And if it is not with the actual results, we have to revise the plan accordingly. Okay, we can revise the plan accordingly. So planning allows the managers the opportunity to adjust to the environment instead of merely reacting to it. Okay, so planning also allows us to adjust, give the opportunity to adjust to the environment. What kind of the environment is there in the organization? Therefore, planning always gives you the opportunity to adjust with the environment instead of merely reacting to it. Okay, and next is the plan. What is the plan? Is an activity for the future which is uncertain and unpredictable, because planning is generally we do today for the tomorrow, what actions we are going to do for the tomorrow. So we can say that planning is an action or activity for the future which is uncertain and unpredictable. Okay, even the future is uncertain and unpredictable, we are also doing the activity today for the success in the future. Okay, so that is very important. Planning is very important function of the management. So this planning increases the possibility of the survival in the business. If you do the planning, and it will increase the possibility of survival. How we will survive in this cutthroat competition? Everywhere there is a cutthroat competition in the market, and therefore if you plan very well, then it will give you the possibility that you will survive in these cutthroat competitions, and not survive, but you will survive by actively anticipating and managing the risks that may occur in the future. So that is the planning. So when you plan, so for being you as a student, you have to also plan for the study. And when you plan for the study, we will take the action accordingly in order to success your goals. Okay, so what happens? Planning, once you plan for the, suppose there are 24 hours in a day, if you plan for suppose at least 5 hours per day or 6 hours per day, once you plan, you will study accordingly, you will give the time for the study, and therefore when you plan such things, it will increase the possibility of survival. It will increase the possibility of survival in business by actively anticipating and managing risks that may occur in the future. So the objectives of the planning. So Benowit about in 2001, he pointed out 6 objectives of the planning. There are the 6 objectives of the planning. So what are that objectives? We'll discuss. Planning gives an organization a sense of direction. Okay, when you plan something, it always gives the direction for the organization. So plan helps avoiding the drift situation and ensure efforts to harmonize with future goals. Drift means you know that whenever the wind flows, and if the direction of the wind flow changes accordingly, your suppose the things which are dependent on the direction of wind, that will also change the direction. Okay, so that should not be the case when the planning is happen in the system. Planning helps avoiding the drift situation. Okay, planning avoid the drift situation and ensuring efforts to harmonize with the future goals. And it also ensure whatever the efforts you are taking place, that will at least ensure your ensure to harmonize your efforts with the future goals. Okay, focuses attention on objectives. You have to focus your attention on the objectives and results. Okay, so this is the objectives of planning. Similarly, for a student, you must also focus on your objectives and results. So objectives are here. Your objectives are the success in the exam. success means not only success in exam, but also to develop the skills of technology. Technical skills we have to develop, soft skills we have to develop, and these are your objectives and the results. So we have to focus every day with what we have achieved today, what skills I have achieved today, and what knowledge I have achieved today, what skills I have developed today. So that is the focus attention. Okay, people who carry out the plan focus on the anticipated results of the organization. So people who carry out the plans means when you carry out the plans for the futures, they always focus on the anticipated results. They always anticipate results, what is going to happen with this planning, whether our results will be meet to the expected results or not, that they anticipates. So their focus on the anticipated results of the organization. So next objectives of the planning is to establish the basis for teamwork. So when you plan something, then there should be some basis for the teamwork, and therefore planning, we can say it is establish a basis for teamwork. Okay. Then an integrated plan helps to ensure the group activity to attain the goals. And as you are working in the group, and therefore integration of the individual efforts will enable us to achieve the objectives and plans of the organization to attain the goal of the organizations. Okay, so it helps anticipate problems and cope with change. Okay, so what are the objectives of planning? It helps to minimize the mistakes and reduce the surprises that inevitably occurs. Okay, and it provides the guidance for decision making. It helps management with the plan for future and have few guidelines for making current decisions. Okay, so it helps anticipate problems and cope with change. Means what is going to happen in the organization with the existing planning, so we can anticipate at least what problems will encounter in doing that activity, and we accordingly have to cope with the change. So this will help to minimize the mistakes and reduce the surprise that inevitably occurs. Okay, so that is the case when the planning is done, and it provides guidelines for decision making. It also provides the guidance for decision making. It helps management with the plans for the future and have the guidelines for making current decisions. Okay, so next is serves as a prerequisite to employing all other management functions. It helps an organization wants to accomplish any tasks which management can undertake, applying other basic managerial functions. So serves as a prerequisite to employing all other management functions. So we have discussed the management function. There are different management functions are there, and therefore the planning will serve as a prerequisite. Means now we have taken the admission in the engineering degree. So what was the prerequisite for you taking the admission in the engineering degree? Prerequisite is the 12th science pass. Okay, are you the 12th science pass? Okay, so that was the prerequisite for taking admission for the engineering. Similarly, for employing all other management functions, the planning serves as a prerequisite. So it helps an organization wants to accomplish any tasks, and therefore which managements can undertake applying other basic managerial functions. Okay, so the components of planning. Next we'll discuss the component of planning. So Charles W. L. Hill and Stephen L. Maxson in 2008 has pointed out that after having a clear understanding about the meaning and context of planning, there is importance of learning about various components of planning. Okay, so once you pointed out the clear understanding about the meaning and context of the planning, there is also the importance of learning the components of planning. What are the various components of planning? Oh, that is also very important. So the components of plannings are usually classified as follows. first component is the objective. What are the objectives? So objectives are the basics of every organization. Objectives are the basic of every organization, and the desired objectives are planned to achieve. So the objectives are the basics of every organization, and the desired objectives are planned accordingly. Means the every organization has their objectives and goals, and the individuals also have their objectives and the goals. And if the organizational objectives are aligned with the individual objectives, then we can say we have to plan accordingly to attain the organizational goals, to attain the organizational objectives, and the desired objectives are planned to achieve. That is the objectives of the organization. Policies are made across all levels of management as a guide to channelize energies toward a particular strategy and helps employees navigate a situation. So the policies are made across all levels of management. Policies are made across all levels of management as a guide to channelize energizes toward a particular strategy and helps employees navigate a situation. So whatever the policies you have made all levels of management as a guide to channelize energy toward the particular strategy. So we have to channelize energy of individuals, all the employees in the organization toward the particular strategy, and that will help employees navigate a situation. So that is the one of the component of planning. The policies are very important. We have to make the policy in such a way that we can channelize energy of individual person of the organization to a particular strategy, and that will helps to navigate a situation. So next will the concept, important and step of management by objectives. Okay, so what are the concept, what are the importance and steps of management by objectives? Concept, just like the principle of management, there is a management by objectives is also there. Management by objective is a strategic model of management. It is a strategic model of the management that aims to improve the performance of the organization. How the performance of the organization can be improved by clearly defining the objective to both the management and the employees. It is from the above we find a model. Okay, so strategic model of the management is must be prepared, and that model aim to improve the performance of the organization. Everybody aim for the success in their exam as a being students. So the in the organization, the strategic model of management aims to improve the performance of the organization by clearly defining the objectives of both the management as well as employees. It is from above we find a model. Okay, so what it is meaning that the I just mentioned you that the organizational objectives and individual objectives they have to meet. Okay, having a say in the goal setting and action plans. Okay, it encourages participation and commitments among employees. Yes, hello. So it is from the above we find a model having a say in goal settings and action plans. So that model should have to say something in goal setting and action plans. They have their a say in that. Okay, that is the strategic model of management. So it encourages the participation and commitment among the employees. How to encourage the peoples? When the strategic model of the management is prepared, then it will increase the participation and the commitment among the employees. Okay, so aligning objectives across the organization in other ways. Aligning objectives means we have to align the objectives of the employees with the objectives of the organization. Okay, so aligning objectives across the organization in other way, it is the personal management techniques where the managers and employees work together to set, record, and monitor goals for the specific period of times. Okay, so aligning objectives across organization in other way, it is the personal management techniques where managers and employees work together to set, record, and monitor goals for the specific period of the time. Okay, so it is also known as management by results. So what is a management by objectives? Management by objectives, sometimes also known as management by results, means by using these management techniques, which results we have got. So management by results. So next we'll discuss the objectives of the management by objectives. Okay, so Drucker P has termed the objectives of the management by objectives as a SMART objectives. Okay, whatever the objectives of the managements by objectives, Drucker P has termed the objectives of management by objectives as a SMART objectives, which include the following. So S stands for the specific. Your it said the specific area of the target for a special thrust of the improvement. Means your goal should be specific. Okay, like that your objectives should also be SMART objectives. Means S stands for specific. It set the specific area of target. Okay, it should be specific so that we can confirm your areas, specific areas of target for the special thrust of the improvement. Okay, so next objective is it is a measurable. Okay, so it suggests or qualifies the indicator for measuring the progress of action taken to achieve the targets. So once it is measurable, that means we have to check. Okay, uh, so it will suggest or quantifies the indicators. There will be some indicators for measuring the progress of actions taken to achieve the targets. So these indicators will help you to measure whether we are going in the right direction or not, whether we are achieving the success or not from the action taken to achieve the target. So that is the your objective should also be measurable. Next is the assignable. Okay, so it specifies the allotment of the duties. What are the duties are there allotment to you? So there should be some specific allotment of the duty should be also there, and the responsibility and the resources to the employees who will do for it. Okay, assignables means our objectives should be assignable, means it should specify the allotment of duties to the individual group or individual person in the organization. At the same time, we have to also assign the responsibility to the person from top to bottom and the resources to the employees who will do for it. Okay, suppose it are the workers, so we have to also assign the resources to the employees for doing that activity. So resources may be the raw materials or it may be the some material which is required to carry out that activities. So that is assignable. Next is the realistic. It states that the results that can be realistically be achieved. Okay, so whatever the results we are getting that can be realistically be achieved as per the available resources and feasibilities. So your goal should be the realistic. And next is the T for the time bound. So whatever the goals you have set, some specific goals you have set that is measurable and that is assignable, that goal is realistic, but we have achieved that goal, but whether we have achieved that goal in a specific time or not. So time bound is also the one important objectives of the management by objectives, that is MBO. management by objectives. So that specifies the stipulated time frame when the results can be achieved from each plan of the action being undertaken by the employees. Okay, so it is very necessary that the whatever the actions we are taking place and the results we will get, that should be the time bound. That means you should think that you should get the results within 1 month. But suppose if that activity or action takes more than 2 months or 3 months, then we can say that your goal is not smart. Your objectives are not smart. So that time bound is also very important. Objectives, one of the factor of the objectives of the management by objectives. So the specifies the stipulated time frame when the results can be achieved from each plan of the action being undertaken by the employees. So next is the what is the management by objectives? What is the importance of management by objective, that is MBO? So there are certain importance of management by objectives. What are those importance which may be discussed as follows? Okay, it increases job satisfaction. Okay, so what is the importance of management by objectives? Once you decide the objectives of your activity, then you have to plan accordingly. And once you plan, the objectives of the management by objectives are smart. And once your objectives are smart, then it is very important that it will increase the employee job satisfaction. So inviting employees into the whole process of the goal setting. What are the goal is set by the organizations that ensure that the every employee in the organization they are involved. So inviting employees into the whole process of the goal setting. And the management by objectives also help the employees to be more empowered and committed toward the job responsibility. This increases their job satisfaction. In this way, we can ensure that we will satisfied in your job. Okay, if we have adopted the management by objectives principle, that is one importance of the management by objectives. Next is the clarity of goals. Your goals should be clarified, well clarified. So employees encounter to take part into the process of goal setting through which employees themselves set their individual goals in tune with the organization goals. Okay. So once you get the idea about the objectives of the organizations, and therefore we have to also have your own objectives, and we need to align your objectives with the organizational objectives. Then we do not have to work extra for achieve your objectives separately or achieve the objectives of the organization separately. If you work for your objectives, definitely it will also fulfill the objectives of the organization. That is the clarity of goals. Means individual goals we have to set in tune with the organizational goals. Next importance of the management by objectives is that we have to maintaining harmonious relationship. Maintaining the harmonious relationship. Management by objectives help to have frequent interaction and review with their seniors and subordinates, which enhance the harmonious relationship with the organization. So it is very necessary to maintain the harmonious relationship between the seniors and subordinates. So management by objectives, it will help to have the frequent interaction and review with the seniors and subordinates, which enhances the harmonious relationship among the organization. So it is very important if you have the frequent interactions with your colleagues or the different employees in the organization, then there will be the communication between you and and the different employees of the organization, and there will be there therefore we can say that there is a harmonious relationship within the organization. So next importance of the management by objectives is that we have to ensure the objective setting of subordinates. Okay, we have to ensure the objective setting of the subordinates. We have to ensure that your subordinate they have also set their objectives, and therefore managers help subordinate to set their objectives, having closely linked with the objectives of the organizations. At the same time, once the clarity of the goals is there, we have to also ensure that your subordinates have set their objectives, so that the managers help subordinates. If they have not set their objectives, the manager will help subordinates to set objectives, having closely linked with the objectives of the organization. So, are you getting or not? Means once you set the objectives, your objective is supposed to achieve the results as far as you are being the students, or you, that is the short term objectives, but there may be the uh, medium term objectives may be there, then the long term objectives may be there. So long term objectives is maybe you have to get success in the government organizations, or that should be your long objectives, and accordingly we have to take the actions in order to success in the long term objectives. But passing in the semester with first class, or in the your graduation, that may be the short term objectives. Okay, because it gives the results within a 6 month. Okay, now in this semester if you set your objectives that I should get pass with the first class with distinctions, and accordingly you plan, and if you get the results within 6 months, 6 months, within 6 months a semester will be over, exam will be conducted, and the results will be declared, and we will get the results within the 6 months. So that is the objectives must be set by the students also. So increasing higher commitment among the employees. So if there is a management by objectives is there, it will encourage subordinates to have their commitment to objectives. Once you set the objectives, you should also have the commitment, okay, to the objectives. Once you set the goals or objectives that you should get the first class with distinction marks, accordingly we have to also study hard. There should be the commitment to objectives, okay, as they set for themselves. So as you have set the goals for yourself, and that will be aligned with the objectives of the organization also. As our college, if you get the first class with distinction, as you gain the knowledge through the lecture, through the exam, through the study, ultimately this is also the objective of the organization, because you will gain the knowledge, you will sit in the placement interview, you will get selected in the campus interview, will get the high package, and you will give the message to the other student also, no, this college is very good, they take the lectures regularly, and they also give the knowledge to the students so that the skills will develop. Okay, so this mouth publicity of the students will help this organization also, so our objectives will also be fulfilled. So this commitment to objectives as they set for themselves, that than those imposed on them by the another person or managers. So we have to set your goals yourselves. It is not like that your parent will ask you that you should get the first class with distinction mark. So it should not be imposed on you by your parents, by your teacher, or any other person. So being student, you should commitment to yourself that I should get the first class or the first class with distinction marks in the exams. Accordingly, you have to commit yourselves, and that is your own objectives set by you only, so that you will commitment to fulfill that objectives. Okay, that is not that is imposed by them by the person or managers. If you talk in terms of the organization, then there will be the person in the organization. If you talk in terms of the students, obviously the student of the educational institutes. So everything we do in this world, that should be analogous to us. We have to think in terms of you. What will be happen if I suppose here? So instead of thinking about the organization, why you not consider yourselves? Okay, this is the educational institutes where you are studying, and the students are the employees of this organization. So that you will get very clear idea about how this study will helpful for getting the more marks in the exam and getting the more skills. Soft skills you have to develop, technical skills you have to develop, because that is going to help for the remaining life of remaining your life. Okay, for rest of the life. That is not only helpful for you in the exam point of view. So it unifies the principle of management. Unifies means there should be the uniformity in the principles of management. So it encourages to work on the common goals. The management by objectives. It unifies the principle of management. So it encourages to work on the common goals, because see, there is the organization is having the goals, and organization there are different departments are there. So every department they have the common goals of the organizations, and they have to work together for achieving the common goals. Okay, so it encourages to work on the common goals for the organizations, which unifies the directive principle of management. Means there should be the uniformity in the directive principle of the management. So that is the meaning of the unify the principle of management. So next are the, so meanwhile you take the attendance, because we have only 2 minutes are remaining. 2 minutes are remaining for the class. I request you to take the screenshot of the attendance and send me. Okay. Aniket Jadhav, you no, not anybody. This is second year, no? Okay. From second year, you take the anybody attendance screenshot of the attendance and send to my personal WhatsApp number. Okay. So next is the characteristics of management by objectives. So the management by objectives has important characteristics such as it is a particular form of the organization or it units plan in which objectives are laid down. Okay. So there are time bound and measurable objectives for each managerial position. There are time bound and measurable objectives for each managerial position. In this process, the objectives are set by the employees and the management together. Okay. So there are the time bound and measurable objectives for each managerial position. Okay. So whatever the objectives we have set, that should be the time bound and it should be the measurable. That are the objectives for each managerial position. Okay. So next in this process, the objectives are set by the employees and the management together. Okay. So whatever the objectives are set by the employees, 1 minute is remain. Okay. Take the attendance. Last 10 minutes, last 1 minute is there. We are in the last minute. Take the attendance and take the screenshot of the attendance and send to my WhatsApp number. So next are it facilitates the mutual agreed job improvement plan to accomplish as per the objectives. So it facilitates means it helps the mutually agreed job improvement plans to accomplish as per the objectives. It ensures the periodic review and updating whenever necessary by the management and subordinates together. Okay. So there should be the periodic review whether you are achieving the task is in the proper direction as per the expected results or not. Okay. So that